Hello everyone, welcome to part 8 of the Unicorn Pegasus tutorial. In this portion we will be finishing up her torso and putting on her tail. Okay, so I have already made a bunch of tail pieces. They are exactly the same as the main pieces. You can make them as long or as short as you want, okay? I made some that are a little shorter to give it a kind of layering effect when we get to that point. Okay, so make as many as you want, as long or as short as you want, and then we will work and continue on finishing her torso. Okay. So I am taking white bands, which I need another pack. Let me just grab one. Okay. So again, just follow me as usual. And we are starting fourth column on the 9th peg. No, wait, 1, 2, 5th peg. 2, 3, 4, 5. So here to here. Great. Oops, you know what, I'm going to put 2 here first. Sorry, I keep like changing things around. I just put these 2 on top there. Doesn't really matter that much. But me being a perfectionist, I'm gonna want everything the same on both sides, so there's a method behind the madness. I promise. Okay. 2 bands at a time. Okay, double loop across here, and double loop here. Okay, double loop here, double loop here. Double loop here. Okay, grab your horsey. Yay. Okay, so if you're split in two, right, we're going to be attaching this half to half with all the pieces, with all the loose bands sticking out. Alright, so let's go through the first set there. Okay, once I've attached that, I'm going to take two bands and put them on the next set there. Dig down and loop up onto those two bands. Okay, I'm going to attach the next set. And then I'm going to attach the set after that. Oops. This set I'm going to loop up 4 times. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to go through the next set, wrap it around, loop up 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, go through the next set. This set I can loop all the way to here, but I want to take 2 bands and I want to put them right on here. Okay, so I'm going to loop up onto those bands. Okay, and people shouting upstairs. Sorry about that, guys, if you hear them yelling. Well, not yelling, it's just loud talking. Not actually yelling. Okay, 2 bands here. Up. Okay. 2 bands here. Okay. Attach this final end. Oh, there are about 8 loops here we need to go through. This is a thick set. Got confused for a second, but that's why. Okay, there's 8 loops instead of 4. So you just want to wrap all 8 around. Okay, put 2 more bands right there. Loop up. Okay, then we can loop these. And these. And these. Okay, now you're going to grab your back leg. Make sure it is the one with the white piece on top facing that direction. Okay? And it is flat on the bottom and curved on the top. Okay? Alright. I'm going to go through the first set of loops here. I'm going to wrap them around this second peg here. And once I've wrapped them, I'm going to loop up just the 2 bands there. Okay. Then I'm going to go through the next set, wrap them around, and loop up the next 2 bands. Okay. Then go through the third set here, wrap those around there, and loop up. Okay. Go through the fourth set. Okay, I'm going to take 2 more white bands and put them here. And I'm going to loop up there, and then I'm going to grab these diagonals and loop them. Then I can take 2 more white bands here. And loop up these guys. And then, okay. Then we're going to take the 5th set of the leg. Okay. Wrap around here. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Don't wrap around there. You want to wrap it around this peg, the next one. Wrap it around there, and then you want to loop up this guy. Okay, and then you want to grab the 6th set of the leg. Loop up. Okay. 2 more white bands right here. Loop up those 2, and then these 2, and then 2 there. Okay. And then we're going to take the final set of bands on the leg, and we're going to wrap them around this peg. And then we're going to loop up these. Okay, and then we're going to grab these. Okay, and then last but not least, these. Whew, wasn't that fun? Then I'm just going to take 2 white bands and tie off here with a slip knot with 2 white bands just to make it extra secure. Yay! Hee Aww. Oh, she looks so cool. Alright, so once that's done, we can take off the tying bands, all of them on this side, except the 2 that are the 2 white ones that we just secured the very end with. Okay. Ew, guys, we're getting there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh! Yay! We're done with the one side. Now we just have to do the other side. Finish up the other side. Yay! She looks good. I hope you guys like her so far. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, so we're doing exactly the opposite, except this time we don't have to do the loose edge bands, because we already did that. Okay, time for the horizontals. So double looped here, two here, two here, a double looped here, two here, two here, two here, two there, two there, two there, double looped here, double looped here, two here, two here, two here, two here, two here, two here, double looped here, double looped here, two here, two here, two here, two there, two there, there, double looped here. Okay. Whew. Alright, take your horse. Yay. Oh, she's so heavy now, it's very difficult to maneuver her. Okay. Alright. She's right side up. Okay. First set of loops goes around this peg. Loop up. Okay, then we're just attaching this next set, not doing anything else quite yet. Then attaching this set. And looping up 4 times. One, 2, 3, 4. Alright, then attaching the next set. Looping up 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Attaching the next set. And looping all the way up. Okay, and this last set, again, we're going through all 8 of the loops. Okay, up to there. Okay, now grab your other back leg. Again, make sure the part with the white on the top, with the little section, is facing that way, okay? And the muscles at the top, the flat sides at the bottom. Okay, go through the first set. Wrap it around the second peg here. Once you've done that, dig down and loop up these first 2 bands. Okay, then go through the next set. Wrap it here. Dig down, loop up. Next 2 bands. Okay, third set. Up. Oops. Fourth set. Loop up. Alright, I'm going to loop up these 2 as well as these. And even these 2. Okay, go through the next set, and that is going here, but then make sure you loop these guys. Oops. Hello? Okay. And the next 2. Okay, then we can loop up these 2, and then these 2, and these 2. Okay, and then this final set is It's going to go around here, but then we want to loop up these two. Alright, and then we're going in here, looping over these, and last but not least, looping up these and then tying off with 2 white bands. Okay. Okay, put that aside and take off all the tying bands on this side now. Okay, got them, all of them. Okay, now we're going to stitch the sides together. So I just plopped her upside down here. We want to pull all the loose edge bands to the center. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now, I'm going to take 2 white bands, and all I'm going to do is just go through these bands and just tie a slip knot with them, because there's actually going to be a hole here if we don't do this. Okay, so I'm just tying a slip knot with them there. Alright, now I'm going to go through the top sets and pull the bands through and stitch her together. Okay, so it is the same thing that we did before with the neck. Okay, just pulling the bands through each set. Okay. And make sure she's upside down. Oops. And before we do the stomach, you are going to want to wire her. I'm going to use 12 gauge bead landing black coated wire. Okay. I do recommend using 12 gauge wire for her because she is heavy. Right? If you don't know how to wire up your creations, you can check out my video called How to Wire Your Dragon. Just search that and it should come up. Oops. And I recommend that once she's all stitched and we put the tail on, that you wire her up before we make and attach the stomach. Whoops. Remember, I used to say that it doesn't matter what bands the wires go through when doing a stomach attachment. It does matter. Okay, now. I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna pull those through too. Okay, so here I reached the... I'm gonna pull these through with it. I'm gonna grab all 4 of those tying bands and just pull them all through. Like that. Right, and then we are continuing down this way. Actually, no, that didn't go there. After you pull the 4 tying bands through, you're going to skip the next set. Go to this one. Okay. Just want to kind of make sure both sides are even as it closes up. Okay, let's see how this ends up looking. Alright, now, with these 2 end loops, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the body somewheres, like into here, and just go through some random bands, come out where the loops are, pull them through, and just C-clip it. Okay, so just put a C-clip through them to keep them secured. Okay. Now we can turn her over. Aw, look how cute she is. There's a horse. She definitely needs to be wired, that's for sure. Okay, now her butt is naked. So now I'm going to take the tail pieces I made. And there's no specific way to do this, but we're going to attach them right here. Okay, so where the tops of the legs, the back ends, like kind of right there. Okay? What I'm going to do though is I'm going to do a layering effect. So I did a bunch of long ones, so I'm going to grab all the tying bands from the long ones that I did. Just the tying band at the end of each long strip onto my finger. 4 strips, I think. Okay, and I have all 4 strips on my finger. I'm going to see how I can do this. I'm going to go into the rear end here, pull all 4 bands through. Oops. I'm going to do it in this direction instead. Brr. Sorry, my hook is through the rear end. I'm going to try pulling all the bands through at the same time. Okay, and now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those loops and just stick all the tail pieces through the loops. So I'm kind of like slip knotting it using the tail pieces. Okay, like that. And then, and then I'm going to take this shorter pieces because I want to layer it. Okay. Well, first I'm going to stick my hook through that set again. Okay. I'm going to take the short pieces on my finger. Start with 4, and then if I want to add more, I can add more. Okay, got the short pieces. There might be too many, but we'll just see how it looks. Same thing, right up on top of the long pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then same thing, just stick all 4 of those pieces through the bands, slip knotting it. And there we have a fancy schmancy tail. Aww. Alright, so I recommend you wire her up. And what I would do, oh I love her, I would stick 2 wires all the way down her neck and to her tail. Okay, I'd stick 2 through the wings, 1 through the top, 1 through the bottom. And I'd stick at least 1 through the front legs and 1 through the back legs, maybe even 2. Alright, so do that, and then come back and we will work on her stomach. She looks so great.